G'day, Terry the Bee Noob here. Well, I'm going to go to my hive and do a quick inspection. I'm just checking. I put some supers on, which is the part where you put honey in, where they put honey in, and I just wanted to check it. We just did a mite treatment with icing sugar, so I want to see if anything happened there too, if the bees are disturbed. It's only going to be a quick inspection. And I'm not wearing gloves or anything, so I'll probably get stung. But as they say, you got to get used to this type of stuff. If I wear all their gear, it's sort of too heavy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light my smoker first and yeah, get myself ready. So you'll see me soon. Bye. So this is how I light the smoker. I got my little super easy blower torch. Oh, it's not a good idea doing that close to a propane bottle. Just try and get some smoke going in here. Oh, that's hot. Gets a little hot. Put the lid down. Oh, that's hot too already. That's my little cork I invented. Blocks the thing when I want to put it out. Just put it on a spring. So we get this smoking away. I can't see a thing through this spring because of the sun. Get it flame. I don't want to blow this on the bees, but I do want to get this burning. So I want to get my camera too. So I'll be back in a sec. Now doing videos and trying to do bees, and that's not easy. This is my camera I'm using, Canon. I use this for taking still shots of the frames. That way I'm keeping a sort of record on my smoker. Keeping a record, and I can look up close, you know, I can look later at photos and see what each comb looks like and each cell. If I miss eggs because of this heat, I'm in the sun, it's hard to see sometimes, and so I can always look later. Anyway, here's hive and hive 2. I'm going to check hive 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is smoke it a little. Not too much to hurt them. I just got to put my camera down, other camera, so I don't get that in the way. Okay, so this is the process. Take these things off, the weights. And this is my little hive tool. Oh, I hope I don't get stung today. I'm going to get right up under there so to pop the lid. Okay. This ain't easy to do it one-handed. That's the lid part. So I'll lift this off. Whoa. And I'll put this on the ground in case I have to put a box on it. So the next step is there's propolis, which is sort of bee cement. And this is what they like to do, is seal themselves in. This is where the honey super is. So I'm just going to try and get a bit of smoke down there. Probably no bees in there. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to lift this lid up. There's probably bees under here a little. Not too much action going on. I'll just put that down there. Okay, so this is where your supers are. This is where you keep your honey. And this was only put the other day, so I don't expect to see much in here. Give that a bit more of a smoke. I don't want them coming out biting me. Normally you can't slide these across, but at the moment I can. So they're starting to draw a bit of comb on that. These are foundation, so they don't have wax on them. And the bees put the wax on. So these are only new. Like only a couple of days old in there. So now I'm going to just observe these to see if they're doing any work up here. They are drawing a bit of wax. I don't want to hurt any bees that are doing something. One bee alone. There's no honey or anything in there yet. I didn't expect to find any. This is propolis. See, it's starting to get stuck. So, and this is getting in tight, so I may have to jerk that a little, because underneath we got bees trying to join that to the frames underneath, which is not really that good. I don't really want that happening, but it happens. Really, I pull a frame out normally completely, so I've got more room to work here. Some bees working under there. I have what's called a queen excluder, so the queen won't be up here. Well, that's a bit tight. It's best to try and wiggle them loose a bit and twist them a little bit, so I don't take a pile of, or the bottom frame start stretching that and hurting bees. There's bees under there. They're doing pretty useless work at the moment. Stuff that it's not helping this at all. It's probably serving their own purpose. This one is tight too. Usually I use a tool to lift this out, but because I'm doing it one hand, you can see a little bit of honey maybe on there. I can't see what you guys are seeing, but they're starting to put a bit of honey in, so that's good. I like that happening. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can so I don't get the bees upset, and then they start stinging me. There's not much happening there. I can pretty much guarantee there's not much happening anywhere, because as we get to the sides there's less work done. So what I'm going to do, I will have to put this camera down for a second, or I can always stop it and start it again. Yeah, I've got to get to point 2, so I want to just get this leveled out a little. We don't want too much of a gap, because they'll start building wax all in between there. Anyway, I'll get this off and then I'll show you the next part. Okay, part 2. I have to lift this up, but if you look underneath, this is where all the bees are doing their stuff, and that's the queen excluder. So I'm going to lift this frame out of the way. There's no honey in it, so I don't have to worry about rubber bees or anything, and I can always put that down later. So this is a queen excluder, and I'm going to have to lift that. That's probably propolis, so I'll put a bit of smoke You got to get it going downwind. It's not good on a windy day. Not trying to push too much, but you're not wanting to go down there. So, to get this off, you need to get the tool underneath and lift it, but it's stuck in certain places. So, I don't want to bend the frame. It's stuck more in the middle. So if I lift that off slowly and lift it up, and that's loose, right? And we have a dead bee there. I don't know how you died. Yeah. Oh well, that's life and death. It's like us humans as well. So let me get this off. Now down here is where we could find a queen. So I need to smoke this top section. And I'll try and get down deep, hopefully. So about this time, I put my frame holder, which is over away from me. Makes life easier, is using a frame holder, which is this thing. So then I can lift up a frame. That's a bit of icing sugar still there from when we did the icing sugar treatment. So I want to get this loose. Oh, you're already loose. Nothing's happening here at the moment in this little section. So that's good. And I could probably scrape that off. Just get that icing sugar off. So I'll lift out one of these frames. There's nothing happening on here. This is a deep, this is where they live. And I can't see a queen on this. So that's pretty safe to put in this frame holder without hurting any bees, possibly. Okay, so I'm going to get this next one off to have a look. It's hard to point the camera in the right spot. Yeah, that's looking pretty busy down there. Starting to. So I'll just get a bit more smoke. And we'll put a bit of smoke down there. This keeps the bees up from the top. Also stops me probably hurting them a little. So I lifted that one, didn't I? I'm not sure, but I'll lift this anyway. So I can't see a queen there. A lot of bees, they're just sitting around, not doing too much at the moment. Put that there. And we'll have a look at this side. And there's no queen that I can see at the moment. She's got a red dot on her. But they're starting to put honey in here. So that's good. Bit of honey going in. So that means they're doing some work. I just have to put this back and just keep it to the edge. Make sure there's no bees in there. So I usually put that there. And now we're going to open this one, jiggle it around a little bit so I don't get any bees. Jiggle, jiggle. Okay. This is probably going to be heavy to lift. Yep, that's heavy. So, there, I can't see a queen at the moment, but they're putting honey in this one too. This is their own storage. This is stuff that they eat. And let me try and turn this frame around. without dropping it. There's no queen that I can see there, but they're definitely putting a lot of honey. They haven't capped it yet. They started to cap it there, but they haven't capped it yet. And if we look down there, there's a lot of, looks like a lot of drone brood down there. That's a drone frame. That's for growing drones. And the drones attract the varroa mite, which is a horrible thing for bees. And by having, once that gets, you know, fully worked and capped, what I do then is I put that in the freezer for a couple of days, 48 hours, and we then kill all those drones. Sadly, we've got to kill them. They're boys that do nothing much anyway, but we've got to take these drones out. And I've got to use two hands for a sec. Just give us a second. So, this is nearly done. It's nearly capped. This could almost be put in the freezer now. It's that side could do with more capping. Queen could easily be here laying eggs. I can't see any new eggs in there at the moment, so I don't think the queen is here. So what we're going to do is I am going to probably shake this off and maybe freeze it, or leave it a bit longer. I think I'll leave it a bit longer. There's just a bit more. Sorry, I've got to put the camera down again. Okay, I get to the next frame. This one seems a bit tight. Oh no, not too bad. Move out of the way, bees. Move. I don't want to kill bees. I hate killing bees. So this is going to be another heavy one. But what I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a smoke, because there's a lot of stuff here. That gets them down the hole. I'll have to lift this frame and then show you. Okay, here we have this frame, and there's no queen on that I can see at the moment. This is another honey frame. They're not doing too much with this. I've got to try and not drop this. There's no queen there that I can see at the moment. Yeah, she's in another place. So they're using this for storage of honey. Haven't seen any brood yet for standard worker bees, but we've still got time. Okay, I'll put this one back. I'll just get that other one loose now instead of having to lift this camera up all the time. Move, bees. Move, move, move. And I'll lift it first. Okay. This is a really heavy frame, and that's got brood in it. That's worker bee brood. I can't see, well, you need pretty good glasses to be able to see eggs, and looking through a net doesn't help. But I can't see the queen laying here either. The main thing I wanted to see also is swarm cells. And I can't see any swarm cells at the moment. That's a drone. That could be a swarm cell. I could open that up and have a look, just to make sure. I doubt it. Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look and I'll show you. This. No, that was just a drone cell. It's hard to tell sometimes. There's more brood in there that they're growing, and I'll have a look in there next and see what's going on there. Sorry about my silence at the moment. I'm busy trying to get bees out of the way and not get stung. Move, 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 move. Just to show you what I'm up to. I'm just going to smoke this one down a little. And I'll pull this frame up and we'll have a quick look. Wow, this is one heavy frame. If you can see the queen, I'd be happy, because I can't. There'll be a little sort of pinkish, it's supposed to be red, but it's sort of pinkish red. I'll have a look on the other side. Let's hope I can turn this without dropping the thing. Whoa. Now they're getting upset because I bumped it. They don't like to be bumped. Bees definitely don't like to be bumped. So there's brood there. They're storing honey. That's capped honey. Sort of mixture of both. I don't know where they're putting their pollen though. Might be in a box down below. Anyway, I've got to put this back. Have a look at this last frame here. I'm not going to be going into the bottom of the box like the next box down. I'm just having a quick inspection here on the top box just to see how well they're doing. So this one looks like there's a lot of honey in here too. So I'll just pull it out and have a look. Can't seem to see the queen up here. Queens don't like daylight. So this is mainly honey going on in here. Sort of what I expected, because the bottom box is where they're going to have most of their brood. As they build up further away, they build more honey thing. That's a drone there. They're bigger. You can just pick them up. They don't have stingers on them. But all these other ones do. Okay, I'll just put that back. I'll probably do some cuts to cut this part out in each video part, but we'll see how we go. I don't want to kill those bees under there either. So I'm just getting that other section, as we'll see. Opening this up. There wouldn't be much on this end. I could probably lift this up with one finger. Yep. It's a little bit weighted on one side. There's no queen there that I can see. You'll notice the queen, she's pretty big. This is just honey going in there, and there's nothing much on that side. So even there's not going to be much. I will pull that frame out to shake that sugar out, because I don't want that sugar in there. This is, like I said, from the veromite treatment. You have a bit of sugar that's fallen into. Oh, they haven't even drawn this, so they just clean that up themselves. It's not a big deal. But anyway, this is a look at the top box. It's more interesting down below, further we go. But at the moment, it's really hot, and I'm just mainly having a quick inspection on the top. I just wanted to see what was going on here, how much space we had left. So now I push all these frames back again as far as I can get them. They're not wanting to move much. It's going to be a two-handed job. Sorry folks. Okay, we've moved that over, and I'll put this frame that I took out back. And so this is the end of my inspection. Not using any gear except this veil I'm wearing. So I'll talk soon on the next video. I'll catch up with more. It's just that at the moment I've been so busy, and it's pretty hard working one-handed. Was that the queen? That looked like her. No, that's not a queen. Some of them, I swear they look like queens, they're so big. But they look quite happy. They're not in too much problems. So I'm just going to reassemble this, and we'll talk later. Don't forget, like and subscribe to these videos. It helps me, and it might even help you show your kids or whatever. Take care folks.